What's up, Chattelang? Today, I'm popping onto the scene with a banger. We're gonna be doing the weedtuber tier list. I don't want to waste any time. I'm excited, so let's get into it. Up first, we have Dope as Yola. Now, right off the bat, there's no negatives to this man or his content. From his podcast to his amazing story times, this man is not only one of the best weedtubers, but YouTubers in general. Whether you like it or not, he's a staple of YouTube, weed, and many other things. Obviously, he's going in Mount Stonemore. Oh, also, now to mention it, these are the tiers. I put Yola in Mount Stonemore, and Mount Stonemore, the tier itself, pretty much just means you're a staple. And there's only 4 spots, because Mount Stonemore, Mount Rushmore, you get it. The rest of the tiers are going to be S, A, B, C, and D, but everybody should know those by now. Anyways, we're going to move on to the next person, and that's Eric Kahn. Eric Kahn's a pretty chill dude. He makes pretty good content, and he's an entrepreneur. He's hardworking, and overall, he's been in the game for a while. It's almost hard to not know who Eric is, and he makes pretty good content, you know? We're going to go ahead and put Eric in Mount Stonemore, because, again, he's a staple. Without Eric and many of these other people on the list, there would be no weedtubers. They really impacted and changed the game, so if you're in this category, or tier I should say, then it means something. Next up, we have Blazin the Asian. I'm personally going to have to give Blazin A tier. Now, there's nothing against Blazin, but personally, most of his content just isn't for me. I enjoy his shorts content, but his longer form content just doesn't really draw me in, you know? By no means do I dislike his content, but as somebody with, ADHD, it's just kind of harder to be entertained by longer format videos, and he has quite a few of them. It's essentially pretty much his entire catalog other than his shorts content. Now, it's safe to say that I do enjoy long form videos, but at the same time, him as a person, it just doesn't really keep me entertained. Like, his character is cool, but it's just not for me. By no means am I saying he puts on some kind of fake persona, but compared to people like Dope as Yola and Goblin, they just have a way that they speak or, act while in the video that just keeps me entertained, while when it comes to Asian, I just personally can't enjoy it as much. By no means, no hate, but I'm sorry, he's got to go to A for me. One way I can really say this is, let's say I'm a moth, and Blazin's the light. Me, as a moth, I just feel like his light isn't as good as some other YouTubers on this tier list, which, draws me in as a moth. But I'm done talking about me being a moth, because I'm not a moth. Anyways, I was rambling, but Blazin A tier. Now, the next person up, I don't know if we would consider him a YouTuber, but he smokes a lot in his videos, and that's DJ Ghost. Now, not gonna lie, back to my moth metaphor, when it comes to me as a moth finding a light, DJ Ghost fits that light very well. I enjoy his content, he makes reaction videos, and he makes it very easy to stay in tuned, and he does his content very well. He's really funny to me, and overall he's very entertaining. I'm gonna go ahead and put DJ Ghost in S. Now, before everybody tries to cancel me, even though this is probably gonna be my first video, yes, he is more of a reactor than a weed content maker, but at the same time, he smokes in his videos, so game is game. If you're mad, I'm sorry. Just deal with it. Ooh, next one's a good one though. We got Chains for Real. Honestly, if you're hating on Chains for Real, there's something wrong with you. I feel like when it comes to Chains, he's easily over A tier for almost anybody I know that, tunes into this kind of content anyway. From his animation style and to his storytelling and his videos in general, he just makes very good content and it's really enjoyable. It's usually not as long, around 10-minute videos, but he's very good. I personally really enjoy him, and if you don't know about any of the people on this list, after watching this video, I suggest you check them out because you might like them more than I do. I'm going to give Chains S tier. He has relatable, entertaining, enjoyable content. If you don't like Chains for Real, then you're probably off some good shit because you're tripping harder than you would be off the Zaza. Next up though, we got Sin. Sin is a character on YouTube that many people have heard of because he has many channels across the platform. From his anime channel to his animation channel, he does so much across YouTube. His content is very enjoyable and I really like it. It's pretty easy to get into and relate to, so I don't see why anybody wouldn't like it. I'm personally going to put Sin in A tier. Next up, we have Fulcrum. Do I really have to say anything about Fulcrum? I mean, if you're watching the video, I guess I kinda do, huh? But before we get into that, obviously he's going to Mount Stonemore. He's easily one of everybody's favorite creators. He's a very kind person and he makes content about smoking in public. He's like the bravest stoner of stoners, and we respect that. He's very entertaining, and to be honest, you really can't get any better than that. He has a good personality, and overall, his content is just pretty amazing. Well, next up, we got the hoot and a holler himself, Goblin. Having Goblin right after is a crazy lineup, to be honest. But what can I say? Shit happens. But everybody loves Goblin. He's arguably the most well-known and most enjoyed weedtuber, and I'd say he's my personal favorite. He's definitely up there with Dope as Yola and Fulcrum, but to me, I'd say he's better. Not to say their content is worse, but he's just preferably better in my opinion. Now, if you haven't realized it already, this video is very opinionated, and nobody should be mad in the comments. Everybody can enjoy their own videos, and everybody can enjoy their own creators, but me personally, I just have a preference, and Goblin is my preference. He's going to Mount Stoneware, whether you like it or not. He's just been in the game for a while, and he's enjoyable. I really shouldn't have to justify my opinion, but people get mad. Next up, we have Drew Sharing, who, as far as I know, is very much like Blazing the Asian. As far as I know, they make kind of the same content, and I just really can't dig it. But his content is by no means bad. I enjoy all the content that I've talked about so far, and all the creators so far, but to me, some people just aren't up there, you know? I'm personally going to put him in A tier. Next up, we have the Shorts King himself. We got Smoke Ash, or Smoke as Hell, whatever you want to call him. Now, his content is pretty much just shorts, but it's very enjoyable at the same time. It's funny skits, and I like the videos. He looks a lot like that scammer dude named Punchmade Dev. I had a hard time thinking about his name for some reason, but they look a lot alike. Shit, they might be brothers, who knows? But we ain't gonna get into no fucking conspiracies. But to give him a ranking, he's definitely going to S tier. I really enjoy his content, and for me, he deserves the spot. Next, we have Bootleg Kev. Now, Bootleg Kev has a pretty good podcast, and I like watching his videos with, I'm pretty sure he has one with Big Ace the Plug. I know he has Goblin, and I know he's been on Dope as Yola's podcast, and overall, I've enjoyed his content, and when he just talks about shit. I'm personally a big fan of podcasts, like Dope as Yola's podcast, and the new Gobcast that just came out. By the way, guys, if y'all haven't checked that shit out, check it out, bruh. They revealed an amazing character from the Goblin stories. But yeah, as I was saying, I really enjoy podcasts, and Bootleg Kev has a good one. I really enjoy it, and I'm going to have to say he goes to A tier. Now, before you start questioning me like, yo, Timmy, what the hell? At first, I didn't really enjoy Bootleg Kev, but he's definitely grown on me. I wouldn't give him S just yet, but he definitely goes to A tier for me, and I'm pretty sure one day he'll be an S when we revisit this video. Because trust me, with more weedtubers coming on the scene, we're definitely going to have to make more of these eventually. Not in the near time future, but maybe one day. Just don't get your hopes up. I don't even know if I'm going to do good as a YouTube creator, so we'll see. This is more of a passion project, though. Next, we got Jim Tana. Now, Tim, he's the co-host of Pine Park with Eric Hahn. Jim Tana is his group channel name with, I guess, his wife or his girlfriend. I couldn't really find his original channel, but anytime I look up, Tim from Pine Park, that channel shows up, so that's just the one I'm using. But all in all, the ranking is just for Tim. Now, Tim is just like Bootleg Kev, where at the start I didn't really enjoy him, but over time, yes, he has grown on me. I used to think he was super annoying, but now he's really chill, especially ever since some shit happened with his eye. I just thought he's been more entertaining. I'll give him A tier as well. Next up, we have someone that's pretty new to the scene, and he's kind of inspired me to start my channel. I've seen how well he's done in only a year, almost 2, and it's really been an inspiration to me, and I enjoy his content a lot. His name is Ama HD, and I think you should really check him out. He deserves more recognition than he has. Now, I know I don't really have a fan base as of now, but I just hope that this video will help him grow. As I said, this is more of a passion project, so I could care less if I gain subs or get money. I'm just kind of doing this for fun, and hoping it might turn out to be a career one day. Anyways, I really enjoy his content, and even though he's new, I enjoy him a lot more than other people that have been in the game for longer. People in the comments might be mad, but I'm going to have to give him S tier. He's just really enjoyable, and I think his content's really funny. He's a mix of Kendrick Curry and Fulcrum. I think his content's just very good. I think you should check him out. Anyways, that's the tier list and that's the video. Everyone, God bless you, stay safe, and see you in the next one.